Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hello and welcome. My name is Taylor and I'm a professional cosmetologist. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a small tutorial on how you can trim your bangs at home. Normally I wouldn't do a video like this, but in the current world situation that's happening right now, I just want to kind of help people out while they're at home and stuck and they can't get their hair done. Not only just in the financial standpoint, but also there are a lot of salons right now that are closed, and sometimes a girl's got to do what they got to do. So, just a small disclaimer. Again, if you don't already have bangs, I shouldn't say again, if you don't have bangs currently, following this tutorial may not be the best option for you. I already have bangs and I've had bangs for quite a while, so I will follow kind of the same pattern that I have going on in the video. And I always recommend, please see your stylist if you are trying to get bangs. This is more for people who already have bangs and they just need to do a small trim and shape up until they can see their professional once everything is back to normal and you can go back to the salon again. If you all haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button below. It really helps my channel out a lot. And if you do enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. There's just a couple things that you will need in order to get your bangs cut. You're gonna need a comb. You'll need a couple of clips. You will need a cape of some kind. And then you'll just need a pair of shears. So I am gonna go ahead and put my cape on and I'll be right back. Okay, I got my cape on, looking all cute. Now I'm gonna go ahead and section off the bangs. If you already have bangs, which I recommend only bang people to be doing this, you should definitely see your hairdresser if you do not already have bangs and you don't have a pattern to follow. But if you do have a pattern to follow like me, you're just going to kind of go in and I would say maybe take this here and just tuck it behind your ears. As you can see, my bangs are just falling right down. And then I'll just take these and you can kind of see there's like a triangle right here. Normally when your stylist will cut your bangs, that's kind of the pattern that they're going to go off of, is like this little triangle section here. So I have a couple extra pieces of hair right here which I don't want to touch. The last time I got my bangs cut, they weren't quite the way I like them. I'm really picky with my bangs, which I guess being a hairdresser, that's what's gonna happen. But the clips are there, so if you have kind of shorter hairs around your face that you want to touch or you don't want to touch, you can take your clips and clip them back, and then that way you don't accidentally cut any of your hair. So the comb is not only to comb your bangs out, but it's also going to kind of be like a resting place for your bang. You don't want to take them and pull them down. I don't know if you guys have seen all of the funny memes, but when they start to cut and then it sticks up, that's why. It's because there's too much tension there. So we take the comb and we let your bangs relax in the comb, and then that way when you bring it down, there's, it might come up a little bit, but it's not going to fly up and stick up in any crazy directions. So I'm going to take my comb, and I like my bangs to fall kind of like right at my eyebrows. I kind of have a shorter forehead, which haha, a lot of people have a bigger forehead, so I'm the polar opposite. And I don't want my bangs to look really short like a 5-year-old. So I'm gonna go in, take my comb and measure it about where I want it to sit. And I have a mirror in front of me, so if you see me looking in this direction, that's why. And then I'm going to take my shear and I'm going to do like a point cutting motion. I'm not going to go this way. That's going to leave a really blunt line yes, they look good sometimes if they're more on the blunt side, but in order to kind of mask if I accidentally, you know, cut too much or if I mess it up in any way, the softer point cutting is going to kind of help blend those shorter pieces that I may have accidentally cut. I'm just gonna go in, and I also like to have a little bit of a curve in my bang. I don't like them to be straight across. So I am gonna start in the middle of my section here. And I'm just going to, I'm gonna pull them out a little bit because I can't see. And I'm sorry if I look cross-eyed, y'all. I'm just gonna start cutting. So you can kind of see there's like that point cutting motion. There's some hairs there that need to come out though. So yeah, you can kind of see that area there. I'm going to go ahead and let them fall down for a moment so I can see if I like where they're sitting, which they need to go up just a little bit farther. And I'm going to take a little bit more length off there. And then I'm going to go on the other side and cut the other way. And then I'm just going to slowly start to kind of taper these because again, I don't want them to be just completely straight across. I want them to have a little bit of a U shape going on there. I'm going to let them go. Okay, so that's what they look like right now. Some people might like them like this. I actually think they're a little too U'd. So at this point, I'm going to split this section in half. Take this area first, and I'm just gonna take my fingers like this, and then I'm gonna also take my finger, what is that, your ring finger and your pinky finger up against that section there, and then just kind of cut that a little bit more. And then that way my shear is going up against that ring finger and that pinky finger as almost like a protective barrier, but also to make sure I'm not just like cutting all over the place and I'm not wasting time. And then let them go. You can kind of see there, that looks much better. So there's that side, how it's just like U and then like a big drop, and then that there is more of like a subtle U drop. And that's definitely more of the vibe I'm going for. So now I'm just gonna go over to the other side and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have both sides done, and I did kind of mess up a little bit. So right here you can kind of see it's going a little more over my eye, whereas this side I like a lot better. So I'm going to try something and see if this helps. Again, you are doing your bangs at home. You're not doing them by a professional. I am a professional, and look what I did. So that kind of comes to show you like it is better to have your hair done. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to just take a section right here and I'm going to comb it up like this. And you can almost see there's like this protrusion outward here. So I'm not necessarily just gonna cut it completely off because that's gonna make my bangs shorter, but I want to get rid of some of the weight and the bluntness that's happening on the bangs. So I'm just gonna kind of twist them like this and then just point cut in there a little bit. Now I have what we call a guide. So now when I take one whole side section there, I'm gonna take those and I'm going to, again, bring everything to the middle where your nose is. You don't want to bring it out like this. You want that slight over direction on the side. And then that way, when you cut it, it's not going to take all of your angle that you just created away. So then I'm going to bring this down like here, and I'm just going to point cut a little bit. And then I'm going to go to the other side. My parents are outside working in the yard, so if you can hear that, I'm so sorry. And then I'm just going to cut. Okay, so there's still a little bit of an angle there, so I think what I'm just going to go ahead and do is take a little bit more length off of that to make them even. Clearly I can't add hair back onto my hair or back onto my bangs, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. Okay, so I'm going to take my sides down and see how it looks with the rest of my hair, make sure that I'm happy with it. And fun little trick, if you get a bunch of hair on your nose, if you take a towel, if it's not coming off when you just brush it with your fingers, you can take a towel and wipe it. Towels like attract the dry hair, so it should just bust it right off for you. Okay, so overall I'm pretty happy with the way the bangs turned out. I think they look a lot better than what they did before. They're not in my eyes anymore. Something that you can do if you do like an extra little bit of like, I guess, a face frame around your bang, is you can just follow your triangular section and add just like a little bit more hair. And when I say a little, I mean like a little bit. And then I'm gonna take this shear. So like right there, you can see where my angle was. I'm just gonna take the shear lightly, just start to like cut this here. You don't want to just chop it. You want to make your shear do this. This is like a slide cutting technique is what we call it. What that's gonna do is make it a lot softer, so it's not just like a blunt cut there. And that's really all I wanted to take off. Look at my hair. But that there just really makes a big difference, like especially when you're styling your hair and you wear it curled, or even I feel like wearing it straight, it definitely makes a difference. So I'm gonna add a little more on the side. And I always say start off with a small amount of hair. You can always add more, but you cannot put it back on your head, sadly. Okay, now this side, since I'm right-handed, it's a little bit harder, so I am gonna go this way. It's a very awkward and uncomfortable position to be in. So again, less is more. If you start with a small piece of hair and you cut it too bluntly, you can always just go in and kind of like point cut after to get rid of some of the added weight that you just put in there accidentally. So I'm just gonna go in, make sure I'm lined up, and then I'm just gonna slowly and there we go. Thought I had a clip of my hair and I totally didn't. Alright, you guys, I went ahead and took my cape off, and here is the finished result. Like I said, I'm really happy with the way that they turned out. You know, this side over here is a little bit different, but I feel like when you go in and you kind of point cut everything, it really helps just, you know, mask it if you kind of mess up and stuff. So yeah, I'm really glad that all of that hair is out of my eyeballs now. I'm gonna tell you what, you bang people, you probably know when your bangs get too long and they're in your eyes and you have to like do the shimmy, that is the worst feeling in the world. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. My little bangs. Bangs are so much fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you are enjoying your time if you are in quarantine. I know this is such a crazy like situation. I could totally make a separate video about all of the sad things that are going in my mind right now. But I hope this was a little bit of joy for your day. If you guys are at home, I hope that you guys are staying as sane as possible. And if you're working, I hope you all are staying safe and healthy, of course. While you're reviewing the video, if you have any further questions, you can certainly comment below, or you can reach out to me through social media. My Instagram handle is @TaylorHardyHair. I would love to help you guys out anything further if you have, you know, some questions or concerns and that sort of thing, especially when you're cutting your own hair. I would recommend, if you can, to not use like kitchen scissors. When you use a regular shear such as this, like you can see just how, you know, tapered the shear is. This is a really, really small corner there. Kitchen scissors, they're almost double what that is. And when you go and you cut your hair, it doesn't always give you a really nice result. So I don't know if Amazon would ship it to you. I know Amazon's got some, you know, weird rules right now with shipping everything out. But I mean, make do with what you have if that's what you have to use. Be prepared for a potentially different result. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe below. And I hope you all have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye!